Hello, ladies and gentle giants, it's me, Tagfi, and welcome to another Spooky Friday video. Today's a good one, because we're gonna go to Malaysia and talk about the most creepy murderer in Malaysia named Monafendi. She was branded the witch murderer, and in Malay she's called the Dukun. So without further ado, this is her backstory. Let's go. So Monafendi's real name is Mazna Ismail. She was born the year 1966. Her death came on the 2nd of November 2001. Literally the year that I was born. So Monafendi was a pop singer, so she had albums and whatnot. She was pretty popular back in the day, and also she has the most artists have their fake name that people remember more, so she chose Monafendi. It's actually a combination with her husband's name, Muhammad Nur Afandi. So she just mixed up both of their names and came up with Monafendi. So Monafendi was executed on November 2nd, 2001 at the age of 45 after being convicted of murdering a famous politician by the name of Mazlan Idris in 1993. So how did this murder occur? So many people knew that Monafendi, after she had her big stint as a pop star, she kind of went into all these how do I put it? In Malaysia we call it as bomo, but I don't know how to describe it, but it's kind of like black magic in a way. Don't take my words out of context. I said in a way. So it's local shaman. So she began offering her shamanism to various clients. Mostly they varied from the upper class society, like for example, people who are in the political space and whatnot, who needs, I don't know, some kind of help or something. She would often provide these kinds of clients of various charms and talismans. And this is when Mazlan Idris got wind of that and wanted help from Fendi. Mazlan wanted to boost his political career, so he sought her for assistance. A bit of backstory for Mazlan: he was educated in the US. He was an ambitious politician who was from the UMNO party. So at the time, Mona was working with her husband. And they had an assistant in her house, whose name is Juraimi Hassan. So Mona and her husband promised to help Mazlan by giving him a talisman consisting of a cane and forgive me if I butchered this, Sabatmi headgear, which was supposedly owned by former Indonesian President Sukarno. So she convinced Mazlan that he would be quote unquote invincible if he holds this talisman. In return, she demanded a payment of 2.5 million. Mazlan agreed, obviously, and he paid 500,000 ringgit as a deposit, and he gave her 10 land titles for the remaining 2 million. That's a lot of land titles. So there was an appointment made for Mazlan. It was like a ritual of sorts. It's called the cleansing ritual. In Malay we call it mandi bunga. So basically it's like a tub filled with various petals, flowers and water. It helps it cleanses bad omens and whatnot. So he was told to lie on the floor face up while she put the flowers on him. She then told Mazlan to close his eyes and wait for the money to fall from the sky, quote unquote, because that's what she said. So then her assistant, Juraimi, came in the room, and he was having an axe on his hand, in his hand, and using said axe, he chopped Marlon's head right clean off. After the fact that happened, Jeremy and Mona's husband dismembered and skinned Muslim's body in 18 parts and buried it in a storeroom near the house, which was located in Pahang. So how did they get caught? Well, Jeremy is a drug addict. He likes drugs. So one day he was high on whatever he was taking, and he blurted everything out to the police. He didn't know that, but he blurted everything out, and so the police got a wind of it and they busted them. So they were held for trial, and all three of them were given the death sentence, which was hang. They were gonna get hanged. So Mona didn't actually have anything to do with said murder, but she was some sort of accomplice. But she was able to get a bail, but she didn't want it. She told that if she gets a bail, her husband needs to get a bail, and if her husband's getting hanged, so does she. So she really loved her husband that much. So throughout this trial, Mona exhibited very strange behavior, including appearing very cheerful and constantly smiling to the photographers and the paparazzi and stuff like that. And she also dressed like very nicely, she dressed very nicely, wore makeup and all that. And she then remarked that she had many fans. But it was also weird that on the day of her execution, she uttered the words that "I will never die," while still staying calm and smiling, which does send a chill down everyone's spine. But in a way, she kind of didn't, because everyone's talking about her. So she made that promise. Also, there's a movie that was based around this story. It's called Dukon, but to be honest, I wouldn't recommend watching it. All Malaysian movies are kind of bad. When they got the money, right, from Muslims, they bought a lot of stuff. They bought a Mercedes Benz. They had facelifts and all that. But there is few things about this. When Mona was in a jail cell, she was brought to jail. One of the officers, I'm drawing a blank on the name right now, but one of the officers did rumblings I should say around the prison were like sort of at night. She would often go out of her cell and come back as if nothing happened. I don't know how she would do that. And then at the dead of night, she would utter a lot of words. She would utter a lot of words, and she would just have this very wide grin, almost like Jeff the Killer, but a little bit smaller. But you know what I mean. So she would always grin at night. She just keeps grinning and grinning and grinning. And I don't know if she had a cellmate. I don't think so. But if she did, I'm sorry for that cellmate. But it's really creepy, because she was able to read the Quran. She was able to read the Quran backwards. That's not something a normal shaman would be able to do. So that was just the rumblings in the cell. I don't know if it's true or not. But I believe that everything that comes out of this story has some truth to it. Obviously, the police found the body parts and all of Mazlan in the house, and they demolished the house. Now, if you go right now, the house is demolished. There's nothing there. It's just an open grave. The body's not there. They took it away. So there was also like rumblings that stated that Mona she got hanged 3 separate times, and all the 3 separate times she did not die. Only on the third one she finally died, and then she uttered the words, "I will live forever." That's very surreal, and I believe a part has to play with her being a shaman and using dark magic and stuff like that. So that's my take on the Monafendi story. Let me know in the comment section below if I missed out anything very major. I think I covered all the points, but still let me know so that I can possibly in the future remake this in a more, so that I get all the points, if that makes sense. So that's all from me today, and Spooky Fridays. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and I'd like you to help me out. Peace out.